people.
Yes.
It's a whole lot different, and I think a lot of people are like lighting that one-on-one connection you can constantly get from a company compared to a corporation. You got to go through somebody else, and you got to go through somebody else, and then you got to go through somebody else, and then you go through a supervisor, and then sometimes it's not even done.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are liking that one-on-one. Somebody can call me or send me an email if they had an issue. Because I have sometimes that we companies, we mess up. And when we mess up, man, we ship it right back out. And I think that's what this is, the customer service. A lot of people are liking that one-on-one customer service, and I think that's what's going to help small businesses and people like us,
entrepreneurs,
solopreneurs,
entrepreneurs.
Yeah,
I heard somebody said mompreneurs.
Yeah. Going to help people like us to get to that level. And honestly, I kind of agree with him over time, because there's so many people that's becoming them now. And over time, I would kind of feel threatened like some of these big companies, because the only thing that's kind of keeping them alive is their sales. They have these crazy sales. Everybody love them.
Yeah, I just took advantage of it. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But in the meanwhile, everybody, when their sales are not going on, everybody go back to the small businesses, and they get the stuff that they need and the stuff that they need from them. And then when they have a big old sale, so I don't know, it's like they kind of the bigger companies are kind of in competition with a lot of smaller companies now.
They're having to rethink their strategies because mom and pops, I call them mom and pops, but small businesses are really on the forefront. I heard one of our city councilmen, I was online on Facebook, and he said that last year they had over 1,000 new applications for new businesses in Mobile. You see the thrive. This city is really pushing forward. New businesses are popping up everywhere, and they're starting in the homes. I know when I first got started, I had a laundry, I think it was like a laundry or a storage room, and I put a desk in there, and that was my office. I put my name on the door.
That's funny.
And so, in my little storage closet, I had that's where I put my cameras and lights and all that kind of stuff. So I had my own little, and it probably wasn't even a good 7 feet wide. So I had my own little office, and I started there, and then I moved to my first location, and I had 2 rooms in the first location, but I was the only tenant in an 8,000 square foot building. So, even though my business was growing, it just, the perception of my brand, she all the way in the back in this 8,000 square foot building. I open the door, I meet the client, and then I lock the door behind them. And they're like, and I was like, this for safety reasons, because we're all the way in the back, and I just don't want, somebody to come in off the street. So I moved to this location, and now my asset is on having my own building. So, we work our dreams. We do what we have to do to make things happen. But that passion, it's important to give in to that passion sometimes.
Yeah, and a lot of people are afraid to. They're afraid to actually give themselves a chance.
Yes.
Because that's how I was. I was doing it just to be doing it my first year. But then it ended up becoming a passion to a point that I just don't sleep. I honestly don't see. I'll leave work at 3:00 in the morning. I'll take a nap from 4 when I get home to about 9, and then I wake up, and the first thing I'm doing every day for the past 3 years, the first thing I do is wake up and I check my emails.
Yep.
I'm like in the bed checking my emails. That's before I go use the restroom. Everything. I check my emails every day, and my boyfriend was like, "You constantly on your phone." I was like, "Man, do you not see what I'm seeing?" Like I'm like texting people, email, because you have to. The grind is crazy when you have a business like ours. You have to get the name out there. You do everything. It's a 1-person show. Yeah.
Hey.
And you don't. It's a 1-person show half the time. I tried to work with a business partner. I can't do it because I like everything done the way I see it. And the only person that's going to have as much passion for your company is going to be you. Yes. So go in there, and oh my God, is the non-sleep is crazy. And you really don't really know. Like last year, I was doing so many projects in the calendar and doing photo shoots and going out of town with all this stuff. I literally remember January. I blinked. It was April. It was Easter.
I understand.
After Easter, I was kind of like, okay, and then I blinked and I was going on a trip with my girls in July. Mm-hmm. I blinked again. It was my birthday. Like that's how life happens. Mm-hmm. I got sick a couple of times. I only got sick because my doctor's like, you need to sleep.
Yep, I'd have been there.
But I can't sleep because I have to take like a sleepy time tea now. I was telling you that I take sleepy time tea to go to sleep because my mind. It's constantly going. It's like, I should have did this today. I got to do this today. Oh, let's come out with a new product. So I'm thinking in my head, coming up with a new product, coming up with a new soap.
You know what I do now? And it's sad, you know, when you get, I'm 41. So I done got to the point now I just lay in the bed and talk to Google because I have a Google Home Mini, and and everything that I think I'll be like, hey. You know, I don't want to say it because then it'll respond because I have one here. Yeah. And I say, remind me to do this at 10 o'clock and remind me to do that and you know, set this meeting, you know, and I just, and that's been a relief for me to be able to say, okay, I got all that out of my head. I can go to sleep now, you know.
I still can't go to sleep. I have Alexa on my phone, on my watch, and I have all this stuff, and I have 2 notebooks. I have a red one for like when because I do weddings and stuff. I bartend for weddings and events. So I have a red book for that, and I have a small little book.
Oh, so you got multiple businesses.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So the calendar is one line. Yeah. Well, the products is another line.
Well, the calendar and the products go together.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Because when I was finding out myself, another self-issues was me with my skin. My skin was breaking down. It wasn't as smooth as other girls and everything. And all these girls buying this Bath and Body Works, smelling all good, Victoria's Secret. I couldn't wear nothing, girl. I spray something on me, I have a rash. I spray something on me, I have bumps and stuff all over the place. And I couldn't be like the other girls because my skin wasn't as sensitive. And so when I got to the point of me getting and making my own products and stuff, I was making little stuff every now and then and trying to come up with combinations, but I really didn't get into it until after college.
Okay.
And when I started making, something about my skin was looking better. It helped me bring out my confidence more. And with that, like people who got eczema, you should have seen that little child's face. I have a video of it. Wow. And she was talking about, oh my God, India, thank you for the products and stuff. And it just put a smile on my face seeing people with eczema or something. It's like, oh my God, I love my skin, I love me, and you see them going into their self journey. And the be confident in your skin is within yourself, but the confident skin, like if your skin doesn't feel good to you, how can you be confident in it? So all that ties in together with the line and the calendar and everything. And then I bartend for weddings and special events and parties and stuff. That's a separate business. But the skincare and the be confident in your skin, all that kind of ties in together. So that's one company. Okay. And then you have a bartender. So I have 2 companies, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And I still work. Because my regulars won't let me take off.
You know, it's amazing how someone said, if you want to have a successful business, find a problem. And provide an answer. And so you found a problem. You know, people with sensitive skin can't have, you know, it's hard to find quality products or they're, you know, extremely expensive. Yeah. So you found a problem. You answered it. And then you followed your passion. Yeah. And now it's opened up, you know, doors for you to do other things as well. So what, you do the soaps, what other products, skincare products do you offer?
So, I make everything. My whole product line came from somebody that needed something, which is weird. I started out with my body butters because of me, and I added soaps and everything because I got so tired of using Dove Sensitive, smelling like
nothing because they don't really have no scent to it. Yeah, I love Dove, and it moisturizes your skin, but it doesn't have a scent to it.
And even other things like stuff that says for sensitive skin in the stores, they sometimes those will break me out. Or either leave my skin so dry that I had to put crap loads of body butter and stuff like that on. So I went into soap. So I make soaps. I make soaps out of beer and wine and snake skin. And I make African black soap. I get the potash from Ghana. And I make soap out of that. So outside of my unique soap line. I make beard products. My boyfriend was having patches in his beard. So I formulated something. Me and him came collab together, and now we have a beard kind of line.
Okay.
So I have 3 types of beards. I have one that helps grow, one that's like a cologne moisturizer, and then I have one for extra dry beards. His friend had a beard so dry you can scratch it and it'll flake. He can wash it. He can put conditioner on it. He can put some, beard products that wasn't really working on there, and it would still not work. So, man,
at that point, he just need to let it go.
He didn't want to let it go. And I collabed with him. He was like, I want something like vanilla. I was like, man, you making my head hurt trying to figure this thing out. So now I call Bonella.
Okay.
So his beard is healthy and happy, and he don't have any dry spots because we work with that. And I made a beard butter, an organic beard butter. So all of my butters that I make are they don't have any extra like starches or anything in there. They don't have wax. They don't have any. It's just raw butter, raw butter, and he put it on, and with the beard oil, that man has no issue now.
Wow, it's amazing how God took your gift for chemistry and math and turned it into a passion, to create a product line and turn it into a business, and soon will be a multi-enterprise.
Oh my God, that'll be amazing.
That is awesome.
It's so funny that because when I graduated from college, and then I didn't finish through grad school because I had a mental breakdown. I couldn't do it. And then, so I was like sitting in the car, sitting in the car, praying. Sitting in the car about 4 or 5 hours, just in the car, just crying. I was like, Lord, I just can't do it no more. I need something. I need you to help me. I'm ready to change my life. I need to change it. I can't do this no more. I'm living out other people's dreams, and I just want to live out my own dream. My whole time I was going to college, I graduated, yes, and I went to grad school, got a scholarship, a free scholarship to go to grad school. And I was trying to become the first person in my family with a master's. And I went through grad school. I graduated, got all these honor rolls and stuff because I wanted my family name to be looked upon as a good thing. I wanted people like, oh my God, you got people graduating from your family, this and that. And making my aunt happy, making all that. But I was making everybody else happy, was never making myself happy. So literally packed my stuff off, gave my roommate. I worked really hard for like 3-4 weeks. Gave her the rest of the money on the rent, and I just packed myself and I went home. And I remember myself sitting in the car crying, like, I can't do this no more. I need something to happen. And when I got to Mobile, I worked at a vet clinic. And they released me. I thought I was going to be behind the, like inside, like not a vet tech, but like assistant to the vet tech. They put me as a receptionist.
Wow. And
then when they put me as a receptionist, I only lasted like, my time frame was supposed to be 3 months. They cut me off at 2 months. And the only reason why they cut me off at 2 months because the girl that was on maternity leave came back, and they fired me the same day she came back.
Wow.
So I was like, man, I don't know what to do. Honestly, don't know what to do. And that's when I started making skincare products and stuff like that, just for myself, just a relaxation, just to I can be creative and be in my own box. And it's crazy for somebody that's in there just being creative, being her own box in her own space. And now something that she's made for their own space and her own creativity, just to be her own passion itself, turned into a business.
Wow.
So
yeah, it's amazing how God will take something, it's when I think about my journey to entrepreneurship, it actually started in high school, middle school. I think I was middle school, high school, whenever Martin came out. My sister, who worked and, she missed all the episodes, she said, would you start recording the episodes for me so when I come home I can watch them? And so I said, okay. So I started recording all the Martin episodes and Living Single episodes. And then it got to the point I said, I wonder if I stop and pause it like a second or two when I know they're going to break. And then know when they're coming back. I started editing out the commercials.
Oh, wow. I would have loved you.
And so I didn't even think about then. I'm editing videos. I had no idea what I was doing. get to high school.